Hell, hello. Can I get some thumbs up just to know y'all can hear me okay? Hello. Hello, Joyce Bolt, Letitia Malone, Terry H., Anna Espinoza, Patricio Marcel, Lydia Washington, Church Nelly, Beverly Jackson. Hello. Okay, I see the thumbs ups. I see the thumbs up. Well. What a morning, huh? So I was working on some things while I was listening to Tina and Michelle, and it got kind of deep, didn't it? But that being said, I just want you guys to know I never want anybody's mailing address, personal information, anything of the sort. That was jarring to listen to. And as I heard it, I was like, wow, just wow. But yeah, we have to be careful. And let's face it, none of us are getting any younger. And as we get older, we have to look out for each other where things like fraud and deception is concerned. Do y'all get what I'm saying? We have to watch out for each other because growing older, we become a little more emotional, easily triggered by certain things based on so much history that we have. So let's just all be careful. I just wanted to talk about that right off the stack because that was um, that was rather jarring to listen to, and that was all I could say was just wow. So and like Michelle said, um, you know, if I would have known what I was reading before I started reading it, then I probably would not have been so forthright about it. But sometimes things need to be said, things need to be heard, and um, and so it happened, and so that's what happened. So um, anyway, I hope everybody's having a good morning, and we could touch upon that again later if you like. I'm still trying to process it all, to be honest with you. I'm still trying to process it. I'm just like, wow, so that happened, right? So, yep. Let's see. But yeah, let's talk about some other stuff. I'm gonna say a few more greetings if I can. Also, I have been busy trying to up my technology, and that is what I was doing during the Tina and Michelle, the Sussex Squad podcast. I was, trying to do my job better here. Let's see. Okay, too vain for bifocals, but I'm going to try to make this bigger so I can see what you all are saying. Um, oh, okay, that does work. All right. Okay. Good morning, Connie. Church Nelly, I think I said hi already. Ladyfoot, Miss Caffey, Omalara. Oh, that's a beautiful name. Lisa Wood, Miss S. Good morning. Karen Walker. Karen Walker. Where do I know that name from? Karen Walker. Oh yeah. Um, Will and Grace, right? I'm sure that's a different Karen Walker, not to be confused, right? But welcome to the show. Oh, I'm sorry, that's Catherine. I told you I can't see Catherine Walker, or maybe I just see what I want to see. Dina Nassar, good morning. Annie Bullard, Sonia Johnson, good morning. Good morning. Just for fun, if you can remember, and I'm not saying that you shouldn't be able to remember, but if you can remember, let me know how many months ago you subscribed to this channel, just out of curiosity, if you can recall. You don't have to go and dig and search for it, but just a loose guess, I guess. Sisterin, good morning. Kay Costello, very good morning to you. Well, I guess it is afternoon for some of us. Actually, it's afternoon for me, but I'm not used to being up this morning. Good morning, Miss VSN. Good morning. Black Queen, I think you're on here. I see that on VSN. Good morning to you. Um, let's see, in Lydia Washington, Joan Commonwealther, Alita Portress. Good morning, Cookies and Cream. Okay, so I'm going down here. Okay, Lucy Wynn says 2 weeks ago. All right. Well, welcome, Lucy Wynn. Thank you so much. I think I remember seeing your name in the past couple weeks. Oh, Church Nelly. It's been 3 months subscribed. Come on, Church Nelly. It's been more than that. It's been more than that, right? I mean, it just seemed like you always been there. Okay, Amalera, that's been 2 months for you. Maybe 2 months, right? Okay. Maybe over a year. Full disclosure. Yes, I did create this channel back in May of 2020, but because of all the things going on with the politics and such in this country, I just could not seem to wrap my brain around doing this channel. So I didn't actually really jump deep into the channel until April 15th, which I think is tax day during normal times, April 15th. So I remember that. And then by May the 15th, I became monetized. Um, the support fell in very fast, and I was ever so grateful for that. I was actually feeling like a winner. But it was just nice that, because when you're doing a lot of work like this, you definitely want to know that there's an audience for you. So, um, let's see. And okay, let me show you this here. This is the work I've been doing here. I've been trying to work on the slides, and I tell you guys, these channels, I don't know if you know it, but it is a lot of work. And happy Kwanzaa. Happy Kwanzaa from Afro Annie. I'm very proud of this one. I'm very proud of her because she's a righteous sister. That's my auntie right there, Afro Annie. She's just hanging out. But yeah, I I'm really thrilled that things have been going so well with the channel. I'm gonna say that, and I'm just guessing off the top of my head, this may have been like the fastest growing channel in all of Sussexdom, if that's a word. In all of Sussexdom, may have been the fastest growing channel, but it doesn't matter. I'm super appreciative that all of you all have, for whatever reason, taken a shine to me, and I'm very humbled by that, especially for those of you that have been in here with me for a long time, and especially the moderators who have helped to make this a safe space. So, um, wow. Okay. Yeah. I am on. I started getting that weird feeling like, can they hear me? But of course, you guys are responding. I just don't remember hitting begin broadcast. I got a little spooked for a second there. But let me go back to the comments. I want to see what you guys are saying. Let's see. 8 months. Okay, wow, that's nice. Thank you so much. Yeah, because I think I'm just coming on 8 months now. What else? Yeah, but it's been some of you guys that's been here almost since I actually started doing some work. Okay, I saw that one already. Oh, that post took me completely out. What post is that, Miss VSN? Was it something I did? Brand, when you first came on the air, I listened every chance I got. I know, Rosa. I've been seeing you all this time. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Uh, okay. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you. Dilla, drum roll, please. Royan, let me see. Royantini, right? Okay. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you too. It is, what is it, a week to Christmas? What do we have, like 6 days, 7 days? Man, this is coming up fast. Let's see who else is here. Patricio, possibly 5 or 6 months. It's been quite a while. Yes. Yes. Wow. I'm just amazed anybody listens to me that much. 3 months for me. Okay. Letitia Malone, 5 months. Okay. And Church Nelly, 3 or 4, Baron. Who's counting? Yeah. Um, I appreciate that. I mean, it's just, I don't know, it just seemed like the channel has been around for a long time, but really it hasn't. But and over, what is that? It's about 320 videos already. Can you believe that? I had 4 videos that I made in 2020, and then I just stopped. I'm just like, I don't know if I can do this. And then since April 15th, it's probably like 310 videos. 310. It doesn't even seem like it. And if I go back and look at the videos, I'm like, what in the world was I talking about? That's interesting. I said that. Yeah, I don't, a lot of the videos I can't even remember what I said about 4 months ago. Well, thank you, Shadow. Um, okay, well, thanks. So, what about Kamala Harris? What about Kamala Harris? Did you all see the exchange that she had with Charlemagne the God? Did you guys see that exchange? That was very uncomfortable. You know, I like Charlemagne. I think he's brilliant, but I like him kind of in a generic sense. I think he's brilliant, but I honestly I don't watch him all the time. He seems like a big ego maniac to me, and that just drives me a little. I don't. Uh, how do I put this? I want to say that if it wasn't for the pandemic, there was a very good chance that the election could have gone in a totally different direction because his style of getting people flustered and frustrated, and I won't say that he kind of sneaks in there with some real zingers when it comes to questions, but the way that he kind of ruffled Kamala's feathers, I'm just like, Charlemagne, again, how many elections do we have to lose? You know, I don't know what side of the political spectrum he's on, but even Kamala said, if you want to sound like a conservative, I think that's what she said, if you want to talk like a conservative, you know, um, as you know, what I'm talking about with that is I'm speaking of when Biden had that gaffe where he said, if you don't vote for me, then you ain't black. And that was one of his famous gaffes, right? He's known for his gaffes. Yes, it was probably a really dumb thing to say. Not probably, it really was. But you know how Biden does it. Come on, man. But I don't care who was running. If it wasn't the other person, I was going to vote for that person. I couldn't take the shaky ground that I was walking upon every day, wondering what kind of um, non-normal thing was gonna feature in the news that day. I mean, I didn't want to live like that anymore. So I was glad the election went the way it went. And as far as I'm concerned, Biden's doing a fine job. He's older, and as they said after his examination or his physical or whatever, Yes, he's moving a bit slow, like Uncle Joe from the Junction, but you know, I want some normalcy, whatever that is, even though we're in a pandemic. Let me have some normalcy. That's all I want. Is that too much to ask? Let's see, Lydia, you said okay, I'm scrolling down here. Um, nope, that's not you. Okay, there you are. Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah, I watched the other guy's reality show, and during that show, I was a fan for maybe the first season, and then I started seeing a darker side, and then I was like, okay. But the 5 years of going after Obama's birthright, citizenship, birtherism, lie after lie, and then like a week before the election, oh, he's a United States citizen. He was born here. End of story. So forget everything you said the 5 years before. Forget everything you said the 5 years before, as if. As if. That's all I can say is as if. So everything that I feel about that other president, it all started with the birtherism. As far as I'm concerned, that was unforgivable because that birtherism, you're telling black children or any child of color, really, you're telling children that were born in this country that this is not your country and that's not okay. And there's enough of that stuff that's going on in the UK where they make people feel othered, they make people feel unwelcome. This is Western civilization, especially in the English speaking world. In all the romantic language countries, there's this, undercurrent of right wing, um, I guess, it's almost like a cult, really. But these right wingers, they have this way of trying to other people. So that's where it starts and finish is with the birtherism. I will never, ever forgive him for that. Ever. Charlemagne was very disrespectful. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. Charlemagne does what Charlemagne does, and he doesn't care what the consequences are. That's why I say I think he's a bit of an egomaniac. He doesn't care what the consequences are. Um, he's helping feed a narrative to undermine Kamala Harris. And I don't know that he sees it that way. I don't know if he believes it that way. It's just for me, if you are trying to rattle her cage like that, the debates are over with. We've gone through enough of that in the debates where everything was "I got you," and then that's the talking point for the next week. We've gone through that. We don't need to live like that. At least let's wait until the election season come. Why do we have to do that now? It's undermining to Kamala Harris, and it makes me very uncomfortable. I don't like it. I don't like it. Especially when you have one person of color attacking another person of color, um, when already we are just trying to emerge from being othered by a United States president. We were othered by a United States president. And to me, going after her like that, trying to um, rattle her cage, is just really feeding into that narrative. Um, okay. Voted against it. Okay. Let me see. He wanted to know who the president is, the guy in Virginia. Well, yeah, we know who the president is. And that's what Kamala said. Kamala said Joe Biden is the president. I'm the vice president. It was a snarky question, um, designed to strike the way it did. But we know who the president is. There's no question about that. Um, and she spelled it out very clearly. And I don't blame her for being annoyed. I mean, it didn't necessarily make her look bad, but it. Uh, I don't know. I don't know. Some people will think that it was a good question or a worthy question, the whole thing about Biden's not in control, he's not in power. Biden gets up every day and makes a speech, and he does it very clearly. And yes, sometimes he have these gaffes, but Biden has been struggling with um, a stammer his entire life, and yet he's the president of the United States. He must have done something right. That's all I can say. Uh, it's a very good channel, and they talk well about Harry and Meghan. Okay. Okay. Well, anybody got anything else to say about that? Let me see. Everyone's forgotten that Charlemagne the God was the co-host. Oh yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. I forgot about that too. Well, I never watched it, so it's not like really imprinted on my brain cells, but let me see. He was cruel to President Obama. Are we talking about 45 or yeah, well, if you're talking about 45, he was incredibly cruel to Obama. Oh, I made some doozies of a meme. I mean, I made some memes. I don't even share those memes. If you may have seen some, you probably wouldn't have seen them. And I was how do I put this? I would go into the enemy territory with my memes just to drive them crazy. And there was like this one lady who said some things I didn't like, so I took her profile picture and I turned into a pig. Um like on Bewitched when Endor turned Darren into a mule or whatever. Well, I turned her into a pig. I used my powers. Let me see. He's good friends with Wendy Williams, whom I didn't like either. Yeah, and I'm always amazed that some of the squatties on Twitter use images of Wendy Williams, like the shock, or to make the intrigued, or if you love the Sussexes, don't use Wendy's photo. I see that on Twitter all the time. Do not use Wendy's photo. Um, it, uh, it's just going in the wrong direction. Wendy is fighting a health battle. God bless her. We praying for her, but I don't want to see her on television again. Was not a nice to the POC contestant when they were on this show. POC person of color. Are you talking about the black guy that should have won, and then he made him share it with the other guy? I remember that. I wasn't even watching the show anymore at that time, but he made him share it with the other guy, and I thought that was, I thought it was strange at the time, but now that I know him better, I can see better exactly what was going on, and that was that undercurrent of his core personality. So, yeah. Let me see. Are you okay? All is well in Georgia. Lunch is over. Back to work. I'll listen on the ride home. Bye, guys. Patricia Nixon, thank you for checking in with us. I hope you have a safe day and a very happy holiday season. Thank you for checking in with us. Good to know you were listening to us, and have a good day back at work. Let me see. Wendy was a Meghan hater until she realized it was popular, so she switched sides. Yeah, and where that's concerned, a friend of mine, she told me, she said that the way she viewed the Duchess of Sussex was through um, the rhetoric from Wendy Williams. Wendy with that "go get that bag, girl," or something about her I just don't trust, or she thought this and thought. That's how she viewed the Duchess of Sussex. And so on the other end of that spectrum was myself saying things about, the Duchess has been through this, she's done that, she's always been that kind of person. I was in the crowd at the wedding. So there was two different perspectives. And of course, she's a fan of Wendy Williams and Wendy Williams' show. And she admired the way that Wendy Williams became like the female, whatever his name is, the shock jock. Um, I never watched his show either. But anyway, so she became the female Howard Stern. She became the female Howard Stern. Okay, yeah, that's admirable. But at what cost? At what cost? Look at how many people she has bullied bullied on her show. That's bullying people because she has this incredible platform. And the thing about being bullied by someone in such a uh, big position like that in a highly rated show is that if you respond, you only make it worse. And even worse for Meghan, because not only was she getting it from Pig Morgan, but then she's getting it from a black woman in the United States, in her home country. And a couple times I like saw a clip of Wendy Williams pop up on the YouTube, and I all I could do was just drop my head. I was like, "Oh God, what are you doing? What are you doing?" That's why it always shocks me on Twitter when I see people like, with that whatever meme using Wendy to, I guess, kind of, I guess, boost up or acknowledge the Sussexes. I'm like, of all people, you might as well use Pierce Morgan. Wendy's toned it down when Meghan moved back to the U.S. like Perez Hilton and Sharon Osbourne. Yeah, Perez Hilton is another one. Perez Hilton, I just saw like one thing where he, um, I could not, I could not, I couldn't earn a living like that. I couldn't earn a living the way that they do. It's one thing that you're having fun, but it's another thing when you're making it so personal in a way that it is I can't even put it into words, but yeah, it's incredible, especially for at a time when Meghan had no voice. For those what 3 4 years of being with that family, she had absolutely no voice, and every day she was attacked by Pierce Morgan. And then you got Wendy Williams, who, okay, and it would be one thing if she actually knew something about um, Meghan, or like, oh, Meghan applied for a job here. I don't know how many times she told people like Meghan was running around with hat in hand begging for money to be on her show or to work for her show. And she just used that as leverage to make it seem like there was something, I guess, nefarious going on. Oh, I just said a big word. Um is Ivy here? Usually when Ivy's around, I start using them big words, nefarious. That's my Ivy meter. If I start using big words, Ivy's here. Hello, Ivy here. Let me see. Perez Hilton is the last person who should bully anyone. That blow. What is that? I don't even know that word. Has had his own demons. Yeah, yeah, he has. He has. Yeah. Well, they have another Perez Hilton, Dan Wooten Tootin. Um, he's the flip side of the coin. Perez had a big crush on Dan. Oh, the politician guy, right? Is that the Dan Cotton you're talking about? Uh, 20 years ago, since Meghan has returned to the U.S. and has so much support, Perez does not know which way to go. Of course, he doesn't, because he he's a one trick pony. The only thing he can practice is negative. Not yet? Okay. Okay, well, she must be close then. What gets me angry is people speaking about Meghan who did not even take the time to do their research. I actually stopped looking at Wendy because of that. I understand. I understand. I never really watched the show, but occasionally, if it was somebody like Aretha Franklin, I want to see her. But the way she did Whitney Houston, that Whitney Houston thing, I think she totally. Oh, okay. I can't talk about that anymore because now it gets very emotional. The way she talked to Whitney Houston, and that's the thing. It's just like with Charlemagne. It's a very cagey way to wordsmith your way into getting cussed out by somebody. And they're very adept at it. They're very good at what they do. And there's other people who have podcasts, who have radio shows where they can really get a person into that gotcha situation. And yet people go on these shows trying to express themselves or push some agenda or point or something like that. I Yes, they have a big audience and it's a great way to target an audience, but you will probably bleed more than they ever will. As a matter of fact, they're not going to bleed at all, but they can cost you an election. Joe Biden went on there and got a little flustered, and next thing you know, if it wasn't for the pandemic, that's the only reason why we forgot about it. It was like it never happened because all of a sudden we were talking about the pandemic. But he could have very well helped to cost that election. I'm not saying that he didn't do his job. I'm not saying that, I don't really know Charlemagne the guy because I never watch him. It's very rare that I come across this show because that type of banter back and forth makes me very uncomfortable. So I can't do Charlemagne. Let's see. Never liked Wendy or Charlemagne when they had their radio show on Kiss FM in New York City. Both talked too much, and Wendy got this show. Talk too much? Then why are you on my channel? Hey, I resemble that remark. No, I understand what you mean, Lisa. But um yeah, it's not even so much what they're saying, it's the way they say it and at what cost. Let me see. Wendy Williams is a disgrace and never liked her and not feeling sorry for WW. Yeah, you're in good company because there's a lot of people that feel the same way. Oh yeah, Judge Mathis said she had some problems. I remember Judge Mathis said that. Um, and it looks like he was probably right. Okay, I've never watched Wendy Williams, but glad she is out. Yeah, and that's something. Sherry Shepherd is like killing the ratings. I mean, she's getting ratings like WW haven't had in a long time. And I don't believe she's going to come back either. I hope she doesn't come back. I don't want her to have a forum. I really just do not want her to have a forum any longer. Um, it's too painful. It's too dangerous, and there's so much at stake so often that yeah, I don't my nerves couldn't handle it. So yeah, I'd rather she just lay low for a while and just, recover, but don't come back. Go behind the scenes, do production or something like that. But please leave us alone, Wendy. Um, and Tabitha Brown gave her the best takedown ever. It still resonates. I'm sure that gives her a lot to think about. And if she is having, some cognitive problems or something like that, that's one thing. But even before that, it was hard to watch her. So I think that gives her a good um excuse to just not come back, whatever's going on with her. Let's see. Quit as soon as Steve Harvey came back to the station. She could go to the bathroom at every station. Uh-huh. Yeah, Whitney Houston had an addiction, which is a disease. Wendy trolled that woman for years only to find out that Wendy had an addiction, allegedly. Yeah, yeah, that was very painful. And the way that Whitney Houston was trying to defend herself, and she made her very defensive, and it was very painful to watch. Very, very painful to watch. And just think, there's some people who applauds that type of television, who applauds that interaction. WW threw too many rocks and boulders, and they all came back to her glass house, and she needs to live happily off TV and radio. Yeah, keep her off the air. Keep her off the air. And yes, she is very toxic, very toxic. And that she's one woman of color going after other women of color. I can never wrap my brain around that one. She's a woman of color going after other women of color, as if she doesn't know what it's like to have to navigate your way through this society and through this culture. That's unforgivable. To attack Wendy for an addiction when she uh-huh. Uh-huh. Exactly. Yeah, when I made that video that day, I didn't even know it was going in that direction. And next thing I know, my voice started shaking. It was like my throat was tightening up, just talking about it. And I didn't know how affected I was about it until I actually started talking about it. And then all of a sudden, all of this emotion came out. I'm like, gosh, have I been feeling this all this time? But yeah, I guess I did. Yeah, Candace Owens is another one. She's another one. She's monetizing her position. She's that one that they can count on to say the things that they can't, not publicly. Yeah, exactly. She's available for that, and she makes sure that everybody knows that she's available for that. Yeah, what a way to earn a living, right? But it seems like for them somebody's got to do it, and they may as well be the one. Let me see, what else do I have up here. And of course there's still some fallout for for Camilla Tominey. She's still trending. I mean, what is this, day 2? And she's still trending. Still trending. And I'm glad. I'm glad that's happening. I'm glad that we can see her for what she really is. Well, we continue to see her for what she really is. Um, and she just does it on the fly. She doesn't even. It's almost like a lazy yawn. It's like watching a snake put hinge their jaw back in place after consuming, say, a deer or something like that. It's a no brainer for her, and she opens her mouth and it just comes out. It's incredible, and you could almost see sometimes when she's about to do it, you can see the way she's making these calculations in her head. You could almost just see it. She's making the calculations in her head. Okay, I'm about to tell one. And next thing you know, it's out there. She is a Pinocchio, Connie. It's out there. And it's you know, if you strip all of that veneer back, this is what lies beneath. That's what's beneath all of that. It's incredible the way she does that. I mean, it's I have to give her credit for having the guts to do it. I wouldn't be comfortable trying to do something like that, because then you end up having to explain yourself later on, and then you look like this. You have to. This is that look she gets. Oh boy, that's a piece of work. That is a piece of work right there. And I shouldn't laugh because she has caused a lot of pain for a lot of people. But yeah, she's incredible. She's incredible. She's a chip off of Easter Island, she is. But the things that she like Archie, and apparently Archie has a voracious appetite for reading, and she rolls her eyes. She never said that. He loves books. She never said anything about reading. She said um, he would ask her to read it again. But she just told that lie with such ease, as though there's big points to be gained from lying like that. And when Phil and Holly, I think it was Phil and Holly, did she tell the lie on Phil and Holly, or did she go back again and they asked her about it? I can't remember. But I remember she was on Phil and Holly's show, and I think this is the face that told the lie. I think that's what she was wearing when she let out that big lie. But when Phil and Holly asked her about it, then you know what? I want to say I think she just told the lie on the show, and then it was Twitter that started to drag her, and then of course there was the alleged false threats on her life, which some people say allegedly, possibly, and likely that she actually threatened herself so that she could gain sympathy. I mean, she's so obsessed. She's so obsessed. Oh yeah, that's that kid. Remember, this is the kid that has the channel. The little Harry Potter. That's the little kid that has the hate channel, but this is the one that I was looking for. This one. She's trying to calculate how she's going. Look at her. Look at her. Those faces that she makes when she's about to tell her lie. Those faces. That's what gets me. I study her face when she's talking just to see how she's going to pull it off. And she never lets you down. Every single time, she just lets it out there. So I'm glad that she's been called out. And I wish Jobson would have done another one of his takedowns because he's really good at it. When he's not conspiring against the Sussexes, he's really good at taking down the other royal rodents and reporters and such. But yeah, okay, so let me go back to some comments here. And let's see. Okay, I have it right here. I let you go. Oh, I have exceeded the amount of photos that I can have up here at one time. So I can't go to that one. But let's see. I can talk about it anyway. Give me just a second. Oh, the Christmas, the Christmas, the Christmas. I'll go to that one. The Christmas in Montecito. There we go. New slide. Hope I have it handy. Christmas in Montecito. No, I don't. But you know what? I tell you what, I'll just leave this one up and we can talk about Christmas in Montecito. Let me get rid of Easter Island head. It's hard to move her head for obvious reason. There we go. This is one of my favorite photos. I don't know what it is about the Sussexes and snow, the Sussexes and rain. They always look amazing, right? They are all weather Sussexes. But so apparently people are saying that the parade went past their house. I think I talked about this last night. But the Sussexes were like, I think they went to them first, if I remember. I think they went to them first about the parade. And at that point, it's fair. I think it's really fair. We elevate your property values and we kind of put Montecito on the map. Although I want to say Oprah mostly did that, but we kind of put Montecito on the map. How come we don't just go ahead and help out with the cost of the parade, which was a really sweet thing to do. Um, and this will be in the first annual, of course. This will be the first annual Christmas parade. Let me see some of the comments here. Okay. Uh okay, no comments about the parade. Camilla was never in favor of Meghan, even though she was proud to announce her relationship. And when she did announce that, didn't she mention she was like proud of the fact that she didn't mention the fact that she was of mixed race immediately? She thought that that was something to be proud of, is that she didn't mention it right away. If I remember from the two Prince thing, lies. She pulled, yeah, she tells the lies and then she wants to play victim. All of a sudden, she wants to play victim. Oh, what was this I messed up here? Which was debunked, and it was usually a swipe at the Sussexes to elevate the Cambridges. Absolutely, Patricio. It was a swipe to elevate the Cambridges. It always seems to be rooted in elevating the Cambridges. And don't forget, you guys, when Harry was the most popular royal, and then he got married, and the popularity of Team Sussex exploded. Then all of a sudden, after the Oceania tour, that was when everything seems to shift in the other direction. And they decided to start the campaign of hate against the Harry and Meghan. That was after the Oceania tour. And of course, that's the same thing that happened to Princess Diana. After the Oceania tour, that's when the campaign of hate started. And some people say allegedly that it started at Kensington Palace, that the calls were coming from inside the house. This is the crew. This is the crew right here. This is where they say it all originated, especially that one standing behind William there. That's the one that they say originated it. Okay. Church Nelly from the mountaintop. What do you say? Don't be like me, Nubian Queen. Laugh aloud in church, listen to Tina, and then pretend that I had a Holy Ghost. Ask the Lord for forgiveness. Typical Sunday, huh, Church Nelly? Let's see. Conflicts have come full circle these days and have sent believers of that lie off their rockers. Meghan doesn't fit into the predetermined boxes. That's right, because like she said, she makes her own box. She draws her own boxes. She always has and always will. Okay, I know I'm going backwards with these, but okay. All right. All right. Let me go to some new comments. You're so right, Harry mentioned the same in Oprah's interview. Charles was raging with jealousy. Yes, Charles was raging with jealousy. I remember he told that joke when they were in Australia. He said, I think it would have been better if I had two wives. Therefore, I could have one on either side of the street, and I could just stand in the middle and direct the entire operation. Cringe, cringe, cringe. I think it would have been better if I would have had two wives. Huh. Interesting choice of words, Chuck. Interesting choice of words. And Princess Diana said herself that it was crowded in that marriage. It seemed to be very crowded. So, yeah, I think you did have two wives. so to speak. But yeah, that's how it pretty much turned out was the Oceanic tour. Um, Absolutely worldwide birthday celebration. He did have two wives. Some of these royal rodents just need two sheets of. Is it okay for me to read that? I don't want to get in trouble. But I can see what you mean. I can see what you mean. Okay. Um, all right. Well, this didn't work out like I thought it would. For some reason, I thought I would be able to have more photos up, but I'm gonna have to go back to the drawing board on this one. I was working really hard on these graphics yesterday, and actually up to the last moment, I should say. But let me get rid of the royal rodent here. I love these photos. I love these both these photos together. I love these. Um, okay, let me get this out the way. There you go. Harry is in the moment, but at the same time, he's ever watchful of his queen. I love that photo. Both of them actually, because I mean, what do you think that photo says? The both of these photos. I know what I'm seeing, but please, you guys tell me what do you see from these photos? I think Harry is ever the soldier, ever the strong protector. And it's just too bad he wasn't appreciated by his family enough, but um yeah, these photos always I get a kick out of these two photos. You see love Trina Hodges? Yeah, I see that too. Yeah, Harry's like, uh-huh. Let's see. Did you see Ford Fiesta Christmas card? No, I did not. Her and a boring husband, and Prince Philip, Philip, blah, haha, really? Oh, so is Prince Philip in the card as well? Is he still like campaigning to get that what is it, Duke of Edinburgh? He was hoping the reason why he didn't become a duke yet is because he was hoping to become the Duke of Edinburgh once Philip died. That's what they say. I don't know it firsthand, but that's what they say. And then for whatever reason, Charles, being the diva that he is, decided that he wouldn't give it to him, as though he's holding it for someone else. Um, which is odd. It's very odd, but it seems like Charles would bestow that title. I mean, he definitely couldn't give it to Andrew because he's already has his title. So give it to Edward. I mean, it's bad enough they sent Edward out there in that floor length um, um, coat dress. It's bad enough you send him out there in that floor length coat dress. Give him the title of Duke of Edinburgh. He needs something. I mean, look at how they dress the poor guy. You know, they don't even give him a uniform that fits. So give him the Duke of Edinburgh. I mean, they got this poor guy tripping all over himself and wearing I don't know. It looks like he's wearing one of Kate's coats or something. But give the guy the Duke of Edinburgh. You know, don't be stingy. I know. You know what? You're reading my mind. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna start. I'm not gonna start because we went through that yesterday, and it's you're right, Letitia. We're just gonna move on. We're gonna move on. Please tell me what was I talking about? I know it was the Duke of Edinburgh, and it was the title Duke of Edinburgh, right? Um, Gosh, how did we get here? And anyway, so there you have it. None of his clothes really fits. They don't think enough of him to give him regular clothes, but they will give him some chocolate medals. But yeah, I'm not gonna start. I'm just gonna move on and pretend like none of this happened. So the other thing I wanted to talk about, let me see. Got my list here. Um, oh yeah. Let me give me a second. Let me get these photos up because that new way that I wanted to do it is not really helping me out right now. So I am going to go and grab those captions for your convenience if my PC will let me. And I'm just going to ignore that couture uniform, that floor length button thing that he's wearing. Okay. And in the meantime, it says here, Edward doesn't deserve the title. That's what Vinny Blair says. What has he done for it? Well, yeah, he hasn't really done a lot for it. You're absolutely right about that. It's not like he's really done so much to earn it. So I will agree with that. I am in total agreement with that one. Um, let me see what else we got here. Punishment for marrying Meghan. That's why they took the Winfield titles. Harry had a Winfield title? I didn't know that. I'm not even sure what a Winfield title is, to be honest with you. Okay, so that was what I wanted to use for the parade, but y'all don't want to talk about that. So let's talk about this. What was that about? What was that about? Anybody? Woman hammers on window of Duke of York's Range Rover as he drives through Windsor Great Park, right? Before she gets talking to by the cops. The cops don't even think enough of him to arrest the woman. But yeah, she just ran up and started banging on the door. By the way, these are not my memes. Somebody else created this. This is not my work. I would say so if it was, but it's not. But oh, okay, no, that's for later. But yeah, so that happened, and the police just talked to her, but it's not really clear exactly what she wanted. Nobody has said otherwise. So all we have is this really fun picture. Let me see. Oh, we got trolls. We got trolls. I haven't seen any. Uh, where's the security? Did Charles take that away from him? Well, do you guys remember that he was like wandering around Buckingham Palace in the back garden one day and nearly got like shot by the royal protection officers? It was like they didn't expect anybody to be in the back garden at the Buckingham Palace, and he was wandering around back there, and I think they knocked him to the ground. Could you imagine the look he must have had on his face when that happened? Oh, you know, and when it comes to claims of bullying, when it comes to the claims of bullying, this is the one that they really ought to look at because I don't have any firsthand knowledge of it. I can only say that I've heard stories. I've heard stories that he has that middle child syndrome where he's very disagreeable to be around. He's like, Marsha, Marsha, Marsha. Why is it? He's like poor Edith on Downton Abbey. Before she turned nice. He's the poor Edith of the family. Um, he has some real hangups. So it would be interesting if we found out that you know, if we ever heard the full breadth of his bullying, allegedly. Let's see. Here's trolls on here. There are? I haven't seen any. But that's because of the mod squad. But for the Mod Squad, I would have probably have seen it. But by the time it happens, I'm someplace else. Good grief! You know we've been on here for an hour already. Boy, the time has gone by. And there's 519 of you. Please hit that like button if you can. Hit that like button. There's only 204 likes. How's that? There's only 204 likes. So you guys hit that like button. Let me see. Happy to be here, for I cannot always get here. I'm here listening, will not comment for a bit. I do not receive notifications all the time and late most of the times. I'm so sorry about that. But for you guys that don't receive notifications, some settings you may have a notification update like every 30 minutes. And I think some phones they may have an update notification for every hour. So it's a good chance that there's a 30-minute window when there's a YouTube video coming. There's a notice 30 minutes, even, that's saying that you check the notification to say, yes, remind me. Then there's that 30 minutes. If your phone does not refresh before the video start, or it refreshes, somewhere else in that 30 minutes, then that's my theory. I think that's why some people have problems with the notification. And the other thing is the notification bell. Clicking on that bell to look for messages, it looks too much like the bell for subscribing. And I think some people may have actually unsubscribed themselves. Does that theory hold water? I think so. But okay. So wow, now see, I said something and there's 50 thumbs up in an instant. You guys are wonderful. You spoil me. So, but let me see. Lydia says, that look on Andrew's face seems like he may know this woman. I'm trying to figure out, who does she look like? She looks familiar to me. She's not terribly unattractive, so she can't be a royal reporter. But I don't know who she looks like. Yeah, I don't know who she looks like, but looks like she got some amazing hair whenever she gets it done. But I don't know who she looks like. But she looks familiar to me. Baron, you are truly amazing. Thank you so much for your love and dedication to our. Oh, you're quite welcome, Patty Askew. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Let's see. What do we got here? Thumbs up. Oh, lots of thumbs up. Thank you. Trish Nelly, those orders of the garter costumes are the worst. The Order of the Garter. What looks more cultish than that? Okay, I saw that one. Baron here about the Queen and the Queen and Sudan. No, I didn't. No, I didn't hear about that. Or maybe I did and I just slipped my mind. The Queen and Sudan. I don't recall. Refresh my tea if you don't mind. Let me see. You can't unsee it. Let me see. Andrew was rude, spoiled, and insulting to royal reporters over the years and other people, but no one wants to remember. No, they don't want to remember. And then he's so insignificant. I guess, where that's concerned, he's not even worth talking about. But then there's that big looming court case where I hope he's compelled to give evidence. But I think that there's no opportunity or no chance that he'll do that. But I would love to see him on the witness stand. If it goes anything like that interview they had on the BBC, the Queen may as well just start making out that check. If it goes anything like that BBC interview, that train wreck, then the Queen may as well get her checkbook out because she's going to have to pay up. It won't even be a matter of him paying up. I can't understand why the Yorks are always broke. They don't have to pay for anything. You know what I'm saying? They're living in the Frogmore house, not the cottage, but in that big, what, 55 room mansion or something like that. They're living in Frogmore house. What are you paying for? You know, and for that matter, the other thing that I can't understand is how did Prince Philip have 30 million pounds when he died? Where did he get 30 million pounds from? Prince Philip has never had an electric bill in his name. He's never had a phone bill in his name. There's nothing that's in his name. Where did he get 30 million pounds from? Services rendered? I mean, was there some kind of marriage contract we don't know about? Mary Man, welcome. Haven't heard from you. Let me see. Woman is cute. Andrew about her great granddaughter. Okay. Let's see. Uh, okay. I'm trying to see what I can read. It won't get me in trouble. Um, she looks like Sarah Tosuck Ferguson. Yeah. Yeah, she does. Kind of frumpy and yeah, she does kind of remind me of Sarah. Um, Sarah Tosuck Ferguson. Fergie spends too much. But what is she spending money on? Wasn't she giving money to that banker, allegedly? Her finance guy? Wasn't she giving him money? You know, I suck your toe, you give me a couple of bucks or something. I don't know. Allegedly. uh yes, Grace and Favor. The whole family is just a bunch of grifting Grace and Favors. Who thinks there will be a Sussex card? I think the rage the rags are waiting to put it in their front pages. Hope there isn't a card. Yeah, I hope there isn't a card either. I mean, it would be nice, but I'm not even like worked up about them not having one. It doesn't really matter to me. But if they do have one, then of course, you know, that'll give us something to enjoy over the holiday. Okay. Would love to see the card, Vinny, but hope the media makes no money off of it. Amen to that. Yeah, that's what the tabloids are waiting for. Someone wrote that I'm a troll, but I'm not. Worldwide birthday celebration. Someone accused you of being a troll. Let me see. Okay. And okay, I'm not reading that one. Oh wow, I just got a Cash App. Thank you so much for that. Oh, and you guys, I'm gonna work on a thank you list for Christmas. For the moderators, for people who have donated, and also for the mod squad and such. And as much as I would love to send stuff out, as I said earlier, I don't want nobody's personal information. This is why I don't like to say the names of people that donate, because it's so easy to say the wrong thing. And like when I first started the channel, the person that gave me a donation gave me a donation. And when I replied to it, I said thank you with a different name from what they were using in the comments. And, you know, that became an uncomfortable situation. I didn't even think about it to know that it would matter. You know, I wasn't trying to, but it was a mistake. And so that's why you don't often hear me. Actually, I don't ever say anybody by name, but I do want to make a list for Christmas. And so, if you don't want to be on the list, if you want to be excluded from the list, then please say so. You know, in the comments. So, no, not the comments. And then, if you're not on Twitter, I guess you can email me. I mean, I don't want to give out an email, but I think if you go to what is it? Not community, but the other thing, then I should be able to get an email from you. So yeah, if you want to be excluded, I'll try to make sure I use the right names for everybody. But because believe me, I have a lot to be grateful for. You guys have been incredibly generous, and in the early days when I started the channel, almost all the money went right back into upgrading things so that I can have the channel. And boy, did I find out something. I didn't know you had to pay for StreamYard. I mean, there's a free StreamYard, but if you want it to work, then they make you pay for it. I was like, wow, it's always something, ain't it? And just like most of you, I am trying to avoid another monthly expense. But they just keep coming, don't they? Every time I turn around, I'm signing up for something, and I do try to avoid it. Let's see. Andrew is not biracial, and he is not. I mean, he is no threat to the air, so he can have his free house. The British media and some Brits prefer being. Okay, I knew it was one part of that I needed to skip. I knew there was one part of it. Okay, but I get your point, and thank you for sharing. Let's see. If the Sussexes release a card, the media will not be able to monetize it because they will have posted on someone's social media site. And yeah, don't forget they have the Archwell page. They could post on Archwell. So, yeah. You guys, I was super messy last night, so I'm not going to get particularly messy today. I listened to yesterday's video, the one where I was going to be on for about 30 minutes and I stayed on for 2 hours, and it got extremely messy. So I'm not going to be particularly messy today. I don't want to do that. Especially in this season of good cheer and peace on earth to all and such. You know, I'm gonna still be talking my stuff. Don't get me wrong, but I'm trying to, be more formal today. Let's see. Mary Man says, "Season's greeting. I am here just listening and laughing in the background." Well, thank you for being here, Mary. Okay. And this says, question: is the LMT channel Sussex friendly or not? LMT. Uh, let me channel. No, let me LMT. LMT. I don't know what that is. I should know what it is, but I don't. What is LMT? Let me think. The Let Me Think channel. Uh, the Let Me Think channel. I would say no for LMT. What's LMT? The Let Me Think channel? Uh, Connie, you said absolutely, Ben. They should make no money from those lunatics. What is LMT? Y'all ain't gonna tell me, huh? LMT, the Let Me Think channel, the Let Me Know channel, the Let Me Toe channel. What is LMT? You guys are holding out on me. Is anybody gonna tell me what LMT is? Not friendly. Okay. Uh, don't trust that channel. Used to be Sussex friendly. LMT. Waffles? LMT waffles? Um, y'all just ain't gonna tell me, huh? This is so weird. Okay, can you all hear me? I am on the fence. Okay, but what is LMT? You guys are just, this is so, okay. This is Royal Sussex. What is LMT? Let me talk. No. Is my mic working? Okay. Um, okay, I don't think I'm muted. Let me see. Yes, we can hear you. Well, thank you, Connie, because well, I tell you, everybody's just ignoring me. This is just like that 9 minutes that I forgot to start the channel. You all were just talking like I didn't exist. Okay, but I don't know what LMT is. But okay, LMT. Oh, I think I know what that is. That's a channel. They don't tell you what LMT means, right? But it's like a red and gold. Okay, I think I know what y'all talking about. That seemed like one of those channels that I check not interested. Don't know what the initials stand for. Thank you, Donna. Thank you, Donna. If I did send stuff out to people, I would send something to you. But again, I don't want nobody's personal information. That was bizarre. I'm just like, what's LMT? What's LMT? And nobody was saying anything. I thought I should know what it is, but you all don't know either, so I feel better. Boy, that was scary, wasn't it? I was about to have a meltdown. LMT, LMT. So let me talk channel. That's what it means, Annie. That's I swear that's what it means. Let me talk. Let me talk. It's computer. Oh, I hate those computer voices. Harry and Meghan News. Do you guys remember when Harry and Meghan News had that computer voice, and then all of a sudden, Hugo was on, right? And now they have that other person. I stopped watching it because it seems like it got weird or something. So I don't watch it any longer. I'm not telling you all what to do, but I don't watch it. Let me see. Of late, they have been a little more positive toward Harry and Meghan. If it has a computer voice, I can't listen to it. I don't like that. The only computer voice that I listen to is Duchess of Impact because Duchess of Impact is straightforward, all Sussex all the time. But any other computer voice, I'm not for that. Hugo, I'm not sure what happened to Hugo. I think Hugo, this is what I heard is that Hugo is well, I don't want to say what he is, but I tell you what, he has a channel, it's called Hugo Talks, and he'll let you know. Go to Hugo Talks. Um, okay, I'm not gonna say it, but thank you, Darcia. I'm not gonna say it, but you can always go to Hugo Talks and he'll say it directly. Um, just to be safe, I'm gonna stay out of it. Oh, thank you so much, Loretta Memphis. Thank you, Loretta Memphis. And what a spread I see on that photo. Is that food? Wow. Wow, I'm kind of hungry now. um Lunatic Monarchy Time channel. Probably not Church Nelly, but until we know better, I'm willing to accept that. I'll accept. Let me see. Um Everyone's trying to be nice to the Sussexes because they are waiting for the photo that they will not get. That is something to consider. Absolutely. Yeah, maybe some of these media outlets are hoping that they will like inbox them, but like you say, that's not going to happen. They can wait for it, but it's not going to happen. Lazy Monarchy channel. Which one? All of them or just some of them? I mean, because I think quite a few of them are guilty of that. Or is it to let me get off of the Lou channel? Okay, I promise I'll never show this photo again. Um, no, I'm not. I love it. I'll probably show it again. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you should have saw the one from yesterday. That's all I'll say. But yeah, let me get rid of him. Um, there we go. Get that off of there. And of course, we cannot have a podcast without honoring Queen Doria every time. I always have to bring that one up. Queen Doria, our queen, who we love so much. Queen Doria. Okay, let me go and see what else I wanted to talk about today. I did have a list, even though I have strayed from it. Um, okay, maybe not that one. Maybe not that. Oh yeah, Prince William is urged by the Queen to stop flying the helicopter. Did you guys hear that one? That the Queen doesn't want William and his entire family on the same helicopter. That she, well, this is alleged. I don't like to say any of this is firsthand information, but it is said that somebody is saying that the Queen said that she doesn't want William, Kate, and the children on the same helicopter together. The children should not fly with their parents, lest there should be some horrific situation. And King Harry the First, King Henry, would he be the first? No, probably not. But Harry, yes, King Harry. They don't want any chance that there may possibly be a King Harry. So the Queen said that, well, they are saying that the Queen has had several conversations about all of them flying on the same helicopter. So, I have to tell you, in the early days of the pandemic, that is exactly where my mind went. My mind said, what if? What if? There was a big what if with the pandemic. Not that I was wishing anything bad on anybody, in particular, um, the young ones. But, I was just like, wouldn't that be crazy? Yes, Henry. Absolutely. His name is Henry. But I think he would want people to call him King Harry. Prince Harry is putting on weight from eating good meals that Meghan and Doria are preparing for him. No doubt about that. The Queen cares so much for William and his family, but nothing about Harry and his family. And let me see. Yeah, Harry don't want that. Harry don't want it. Yeah, Hugo is I'll say this. He has strength in his conviction. I don't agree with him because I have had all three of my you know, shots, but I respect his he's a bright guy and he believes what he believes, but I just happen to disagree with him. But I'm not going to totally condemn him for his point of view because when he was Team Sussex, he was a strong player. I can't think of any time when he wasn't, so I'm not just going to totally dismiss him. Let me see. That's white ship type of tragedy. And let me see. King Henry sounds better. Yeah, I guess Harry would be a little informal. Knowing Lizzie, she knows William is just like Charles. First move is separate. I don't trust her. Not after the last unknown blonde. Well, let me see. He was always Team Sussex. I agree with that. Yeah, what is it about that? What is it about that? Perez, Dan, Jason. What is it about that? You know, I don't want to read that out loud because I don't want to mess up my algorithm, but what is it about that? There seems to be a pattern there. There is a pattern that they seem to have an end for women of color, in particular women of color. They just seem to have it in for them, and they are very good at explaining things away. They're very good at that. Elliot, yeah, I used to watch Elliot back in the day. But not sure he has the same numbers. He used to have so many channels due to the Sussexes, not anymore. Checked his numbers compared to 2 years ago. Yeah, I did that, Christine. I did check his numbers. I was very curious about that. Now, excuse me. I did watch his channel, but when President 45 came to town, that was when a lot of people, I guess, unsubscribed. I know I did. When he came to town, Elliot was fawning all over him, and so he told people, well, it's an official thing. And it was just, I used to watch Elliot's channel to escape from 45. Do y'all follow me on that? Harry and Meghan, the reason why I got so involved with Harry and Meghan is because I needed a safe space. And watching them doing walkabouts, greeting people, spreading love and joy and, all that stuff, that was my escape from 45. And so I felt like somebody kicked me in the stomach when that was taken away from me. It was like a punch in the gut when they suddenly were being attacked and then when they had to leave the country. And literally, they had to leave for their own well being. They had to leave. Elliot didn't seem to be very sympathetic about that. I don't think he was very sympathetic about it. He seemed to be relieved at some point. He seemed to be. Um, yeah, and that's when I really saw him for what he was. Let me see. That was the rules. Was I in the resistance? I'm not sure. I'm not French, but yeah, I guess you could say I was. Let me see. Hugo is anti-monarch, and then he was pro-Sussex. Some of the Sussex's liberal ideas don't jive with Hugo, but he was good while it lasted. Absolutely, Vinny. I agree with that. I agree with that. Okay. Okay, these are going fast. Stop watching Elliot when he continued using tabloids as reliable sources and not being more critical of these sources. Yeah, at first Elliot was like, well, we don't know, and I don't know, and we can't say. And then all of a sudden it seemed like it was the gospel for him. So yeah, that was reason enough for me. But 45 was the first thing. Thank you, Sarah. Akila, thank you so much. And thank you for being here. Yeah, so that Elliot, at first I thought he was very neutral, and I appreciated that. But when 45 came to town, and then remember how the tabloids were trying to say that Meghan should come to the state dinner because she's an American and he's an American president, and how dare she not come to the state dinner? And, she made her feelings known about 45 long before that moment. And so they really wanted Meghan to go to Buckingham Palace so that she could be humiliated, because surely 45 would have done something. He would have done something to humiliate her. I mean, just think about it. He tried to run over the queen. And if he tried to run over the queen, what do you think he would have done to Meghan? So it's a good thing she didn't go. I mean, literally, 45 stood up there wearing a tuxedo that did not fit. I mean, everybody's tuxedo, was white tie. Everybody's tuxedo fit except for 45. His was ratting all up on his stomach, and he tried to run the queen over. I mean, he just, he's not, it's like a bull in the china shop. He's not safe to be around, especially for anybody that's the least bit fragile. You certainly wouldn't want him around. So, I'm glad she didn't go. I'm so glad she didn't go, because the only thing that they were hoping was that somehow she would be embarrassed or humiliated. Even Princess Anne didn't want to go near him. You guys remember that? Princess Anne was like, I ain't going over there. So, yeah, no, absolutely not. Our Duchess is not going to your state dinner. Look at this. Look at him. This is when he almost ran over the queen. See there? Thank you, Connie. Thank you so much. I almost missed that because I'm sitting up here running my mouth, but thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And happy holidays to you. But look at that. He almost ran her over. The queen went to one side, he jumped in front of her. She went to the other side, he jumped in front of her. Right there on television. And this is the person that they wanted the Duchess to sit down with. No, absolutely not. Nope. Okay, what is this here? Please, squatties, that hateful soul. Oh, Sean Neal. I can never remember if it's Neil Sean or Sean Neal. I never get any of his updates because I keep checking not interested, and eventually they just never pop up again. So that's all I can tell you guys. If you do click on any of those hate channels, you have to clear them out of your history. You can either clear the entire history, or you can just go back and clear those individual things and keep checking not interested. And I promise you they'll go away. Sean Neal never pops up on my page. And when he does, I make sure I don't touch it. I hit not interested if it's possible. And I keep moving. But I don't get like the daily Sean Neals popping up. Best thing to do is to just never watch him in the first place, and it'll go away. I promise. But yeah, that guy, he gives me a headache. Have you guys seen this meme? I did not make this. Full disclosure, I didn't make it, but I do love it. um Somebody's clever. Okay, okay. I can take a hint. I can take a hint. Boy, that was a rough 4 years, wasn't it? And we can never ever get those 4 years back ever. So, of course, we've said our hello to Doria. So, and then there's one for our other queen, Diana, who is also responsible for the Sussexes being together. It's the two moms. It's the two moms. The two moms made it possible. Um, and Diana is in my thoughts quite often. So, but yeah, there was that attempt to humiliate the Duchess of Sussex, and of course they said the most vile, vicious things because they wanted her to show up, and she didn't, and I'm glad she didn't. And plus, she was on maternity leave. She was on maternity leave. Now they forced her to go to the Troop in the Colors, the most important day in the Queen's calendar, or one of. But to the other thing, absolutely not. So let me see some more comments here. The Queen, the Queen, the Queen. There was another pic I wanted to share. It's not handy, so let me look at a comment here. Black Queen, you say there's another copycat 45 wife copying Michelle's speech. Growing up on the south side of Chicago, being a woman of color, I never had it easy. I forgot what that speech was about, but oh boy. But oh, I made some memes for her. And I'm sorry, guys. I keep saying I made memes because I'm so proud of them. But believe me, I was um I was nothing nice back in those days during those 4 years. I mean, I made some memes that were quite a doozy, and I'm very proud of those memes. It was my way of settling a score, but I don't do that anymore. I guess in some ways I'm a royal reporter, but not that kind of royal reporter, of course, but I don't do that stuff anymore. I have my royal report. All Sussex, all the time. Okay, more comments. Yes. And oh, yeah, you would need what do you call it? Captions beneath both of them. Uh, Thank you, Rochelle. I'm actually being very calm today. I'm not you know, I'm not in tears. My nose is not running, so oh yeah, they had the balloon for him over in the UK when he came to visit. Please, can you take consideration of this channel? The Sussex Squad Family TV is a very good channel. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. I never see him. I'm not sure if I'm subscribed to him or not. That's the guy, right? I think I see him on Twitter sometimes. Um, yes, I was in that resistance. Absolutely. That's the resistance. Absolutely. Oh, good. We passed 500. Thank you all for being here. I didn't even notice. Can you imagine that conversation between the two of them? I, you know, I tell you, I would have had sympathy for Melania if she wouldn't have started that birtherism. She was on the Joy Behar show, not The View, but the Joy Behar show. And she said, the American people want to see his birth certificate, but they've already seen it. No, they want to see his birth certificate. This is the woman who somehow grifted her way into the United States on an Einstein visa. An Einstein visa for her. And you know, she has a lot in common with that Cambridge girl because she barely worked either. She herself, she wasn't much. She was a big no show. Remember the first 6 months, she didn't do anything. She didn't do anything. I mean, all of, and in exchange for her doing nothing, her family was given American citizenship. Did you guys know that? Her parents were put on a fast track to citizenship. For some, let me stop. Let me stop before I get started. But but for someone who wanted to close the borders, he was like a magnet for immigration. 45. I mean, no American would do. He was a magnet for immigration. And he wants to close the borders? Are you serious? Oh, okay. Let me stop. I don't want to talk about him. Doing very well with his podcast. That's when he packed up his job. I don't think that he is doing that well now. Well, once he got called out, yeah. Once he got called out, like I say, I thought he was fair. But yeah, she did use that as a crutch. That was definitely her crutch. Let me see. Yeah, he is looking more and more like his mom. Definitely. Oh, look at that. My hands are sweating from talking about that buffoon 45. Okay. Oh yeah, there were quite a few creations making fun of him. That was just one of them. There were quite a few of them, and I loved them all. Oh, I didn't see that, but I'm gonna have to look for that. Dr. Seuss skit on SNL was hilarious after she plagiarized Michelle Obama's speech. Let's see. Yes, I saw that. I saw that. I think I'm pretty caught up now. And the rest of the family avoided him, and his grifter family liked the play. Yeah, Princess Anne, the queen. Did you guys see when Princess Anne was like waving her to come over, and Anne was looking like, "What did we say about that?" Anne didn't want to have anything to do with him. So, let's see. Please, can you take into okay, I did see that. And thumbs up, thumbs up. Oh yeah, there's 334 now. Thank you, Mad Wisdom. You are wise. Don't forget the okay. Okay, I think I'm all caught up. Lucy Wynn, I can't believe I missed yours. I can't believe that the UK fell for his negativity on Meghan and his praise of the Queen. He doesn't care about the UK. He said negative Meghan on British TV because he knew it would draw the big ratings. Absolutely. Yeah, he had to bring up her name just so that people would actually watch his interview. Okay, can we Squatty family confirm Baron as captain and Church Nelly as vice captain on the ground? Is that right? Please, can we? Oh, well, thank you so much, Audrey Tessner. Thank you so much. Yeah, we can never replace or delete. Oh, I tell you, PTSD, I was really messed up. Oh yeah, PT, you know what I mean. I was really, really messed up. And when they stormed the Capitol, I think I probably cried for like 2 days. I couldn't believe it. I was on the phone and I was talking about them certifying the election, and then all of a sudden the news feed was gone. I was like, oh, so I turned the channel, it wasn't there. I turned the channel again, it wasn't there. I had no idea that they were storming the Capitol. That really messed me up. I am not embarrassed to say I was a mess. I mean, that was like some kind of movie where they like cut the power, cut the news, and all that kind of stuff, block the signals. I couldn't believe that was happening. That was shocking. And there was someone who was in the Patreon who told me to never talk about him again. And of course, I didn't care. And they, I guess they canceled their Patreon. I really don't know, and I really don't care. But for someone that supports him, I tell you, I don't know what you see. I don't know what you saw in him. I don't know what your expectations were, but I don't want any part of it. You can have it. I wish it would have never happened. Oh, is this a troll? Is this a troll? Where'd that come from? Well, how about this? Let me see. Can I time out this person or block this person? How do I do that? Okay. All right. So they're gone. Okay, they're gone for good. Well, that one slipped through, but that's okay. We'll get those occasionally. Okay, let me see here. Michelle Obama is too classy to do something like that. With her double Ivy League degree, or trying to say it was okay. They were being taken to task. That was the end of it for me. No part of it. We must make sure that we all vote in every election to keep him out. Yep, we should. We have to. Okay. Well, thank you, Lydia. Thank you always. Let me see. Get them off here. Hi, Deborah Anderson. I hope you're enjoying the channel today. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Let me see. Okay. And one thing about negative people is that it ages you and make you look older. Yeah, absolutely. It's hard to believe that at the time when Duchess Doolittle was 36, she looked like she had 10 years on Diana when she was 36. Shocking, shocking. But is it any wonder? I mean, look at how she lives her life. So, not surprised. Okay. I think I covered everything I wanted to talk about. We got like about another 14 minutes. Let me take another look at my list and make sure I covered everything. Oh, okay. This. Let me see if I can grab this. I think it's on here already. Let's see. Sorry, you guys. Let me see if I find it. Okay, yeah, that right there. And is that the other part of that? Yes. Okay. So, let me get this off of here. Oh, that's not what I was trying to do. Okay, let me put that back. Sorry, you guys. Walk and chew gum. Come on, you could do this. There we go. Daniel Radcliffe may be one of the most recognizable faces out of the UK for over a decade, but he has been vocal on numerous occasions that he's in no way a royalist. I am definitely a Republican in the British sense of the word. He told the Daily Beast back in 2009, I just don't see the use of the monarchy. Though I'm a fierce patriot, I'm proud of being English, but I think that the monarchy symbolizes a lot of what is wrong with the country. Do you guys agree with him? And that was back in 2009, he said that. I'm so surprised because, you know, I didn't really think about it because honestly, I don't follow him much. But, you know, very brave of him to say that. It's a good thing he's incredibly rich and probably has property in the US. Daniel Radcliffe, he's Harry Potter, right? One of them is Harry Potter and the other one is Lord of the Rings. But I think this one is Harry Potter, right? I think he's Harry Potter. I don't know. Yeah, Harry Potter is smart. Okay, thank you, Miss VSN. He's Harry Potter. Uh-huh. He's Harry Potter. And then, of course, there was the other occasion when he said, Harry Potter star Daniel Radcliffe, oh, see, there it is, says he's feels really terrible for Meghan Markle because of the scrutiny she faces. I like that kid. Yeah, I like him now. And I watched a couple of the Harry Potter movies, and it was pretty good. But yeah, I like him. And I think he's very smart to say that. Okay. True millennial. Yep. True millennial, which represents the biggest headache of the institution, the true millennials. Okay, I'm so sorry I missed this. Church Nelly, so-called right want to pretend that January 6th never happened. Yeah. Yeah, the same ones that was like tweeting that they get him to stop this. Now they pretend like it didn't happen. And Debbie, you say divorce her from an emotional support. Are you talking about emotional support, Camilla? Daniel is yo, thank you so much, Black Cougar. It's the first time I saw you on here today. Thank you for commenting. Okay, you agree with Daniel? Yes, Harry Potter. Vetty, hello. I haven't said hi to you yet. Baron, you know what they say. If you want to know what your wife would look like in her 60s, just look at her mother. Well, if it wasn't for the fact that that family has managed to enrich themselves one way or the other, I kind of picture that Duchess Doolittle may have become an air hostess. Even though she doesn't seem to like to work, I could kind of picture her being an air hostess, or as we say in the US, a flight attendant. Do you guys say flight attendant? We say flight attendant, and you guys say air hostess over in the UK. But yeah, this is not a recent photo. There are some where she looks like, oh, it's not going well for her. But funny enough, it seems like they're turning closer to being sisters than mother-daughter, which is really too bad for Duchess Doolittle. But maybe it's because she's smiling so much. Maybe that's where the folds and the creases are coming from. I don't know. I'm not going to get in her business. If she wants to grin, let her grin. I love these photos, both of these. You know, I use them over and over. I mean, it's like every time I see these, it's my best day since last Christmas. But I'm gonna vote for President. I'm not even sure what we will call her when she runs for president. I know, she's not running for president, but if she does, oh wow, thank you so much. I just noticed that. Where are we here? Oh, Lisa, thank you. You complete me. Thank you. And just under the radar, because we're getting off of here in about 8 minutes. But thank you so much. Uh, I agree. Ditto. Absolutely. Thank you so much. Oh, you're talking about Duchess Doolittle. Yeah. Yeah. That's when it's not full of filler, you know. I heard allegedly. Let me see. I'm sorry. January 6th was done in Africa. Some would have been killed and others. Yeah. If it would have been any place else, or if it would have been people of color, then we know how that would have worked out. And the thing is, there was a lot of people. Oh, there you are. Okay, that's why you. I didn't know you were on here all this time. Sussex Squad TV in the house. They are drinking alcohol. No wonder, Kate. Allegedly. Yeah, but you guys don't forget there is a another channel. There's Miss VSN and Sussex Squad Family TV. So there's Sussex Squad Family TV and Miss VSN. I think I watched you yesterday. I don't always comment on the channels when I'm watching them because I don't want to, um, be a distraction, I suppose. So a lot of times I just like to listen and to support the other channels. If I'm doing something, I just put the channels on and wash my dishes or do my laundry, whatever I'm doing. So even if I don't always comment on your channel, I do like and watch. Let me see. What did I miss here? Antidepressants? Why, you got some? What you got? Oh, Black Cougar, thank you so much. Thank you. And happy New Year and happy holidays to you. Thank you so much. Let's see. I'm waiting to see the Rose Garden restored. Have you heard the news that Meghan and Prince Harry? Uh, yeah, right. Right. No, I haven't heard that. Now that I love a good conspiracy theory, but not that one. Let me see. Marsha Baron, you are going to do a podcast on Christmas. I'm glad you asked. I thought I probably would. I don't know what everybody's plans are for Christmas, but at some point during the day, I guess if you want to yeah, I guess we should, right? We should. I don't know what time of the day to do it. I mean, what time of day is people not the busiest? Give me some ideas before we go. Let's see. What does everyone make of this channel? Someone named Lost Love called called you a troll. Oh, I haven't heard of that one. She trolls me? I didn't know that. I haven't heard of it. I'm sorry, I haven't heard of it. Yes, do a podcast? Okay. I could do that. I wish I could play Christmas music or something, but you know how YouTube is. Of course, I could forfeit my monetization in the name of Christmas, but that ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen. Let me see. Let me see. Has anyone noticed that the last two Sussex set podcasts were not is that on YouTube? They are on Spotify? No, I have not noticed that. Okay. Christmas decorations. Shitting and grinning. Okay. Beverly Jackson, I'll be hosting my family for Christmas, so I won't be able to tune in to listen, but I will listen to playback after. Thank you, Beverly Jackson. Thanks for allowing me to be a part of your day. I'm so grateful for that. You can play music. Look for a copy free. Oh, you're going to make me do some work, aren't you? My excuse was not good enough. You're going to make me do some work. Okay, okay, okay. How dare you? I'll look. It was so much easier to say I can't, you know? Don't you hate when there's positive, uplifting people around when you just want to cop out? But okay, okay, I will find some. And you guys have witnessed it, so I really have to do it. Okay. Could you do a podcast Christmas? Blah, blah, blah. Could you do a podcast party on Christmas Eve? Yes, I will do that. I will. I will. I guess it'll be later in the evening. But yeah, I don't know what evening is for you, but I don't know, maybe 4 o'clock Central, something like that. The Yorks live in Royal Lodge, Windsor, not Frogmore House. Oh, thank you, Elaine Parker. I didn't realize. Um, Let me see. Frogmore House, that's where the Sussexes had their party, and then they gave them the servant quarters, the Frogmore Cottage, to live in, if I got that right. Thank you so much, Baron and everyone. I love you all so much. It's time for Oh, is Ivy on? Okay. We got to wrap this up because Miss Ivy starts in a couple minutes. No, 1 minute. No, it's now. Okay. So thank you very much, you guys. I really appreciate everyone coming out. Thank you for being here. It's been a huge, huge honor to have served you all since April 15th of this year. The channel has grown incredibly because of you all. And I appreciate every comment. I appreciate the mod squad. I honor and respect all of the other channels. You guys have been great, and it's great to be a part of this community. But as they say, hello, Ivy's here. Bye, y'all.